Hello friend, welcome to another video tutorial and continue from the previous plant cell structure, and now we will discuss one by one the all organelles. So today we will discuss about the cell wall. The cell wall, if you don't study the structure, then kindly watch the previous video which include how we can easily draw the diagram of a plant cell. So let us discuss about the cell wall. Uh, First of all, there is few questions which come in every examination about the cell wall. First line, that is the first point, animal cells. Animal Animals do not or did not contain a composed cell wall. Okay, this is the tagline for animals. However, there is a one organism which is known as the Euglena, which is known as the connecting link between plant and animals. Have a proteinous cover around their cell membrane, protein cover around their cell membrane, which is this proteinous cover is known as pellicle. So it is made up of protein. So very first question is here, which come in exam. That is the Euglena cell wall is made up of. So you find the many options. So your option must be pellicle, and which is made up of protein. Second question, which also come in many examination, that is the cell wall of prokaryotic cell or bacteria made up of peptidoglycan. It is also known as murine, and it composed of peptidomine amino acids, that is the peptide, and the meaning of glycan, that is it contain carbohydrates. So the cell wall of bacteria is made up of peptidoglycan and murine. Very much important question asked in many CUT NEET exams. Let us discuss third, that is fungus. The cell wall of fungus made up of fungal fungal cellulose and chitin, a polysaccharide made up of fungal cellulose and chitin. What is cellulose? If the glucose molecules are arranged in a chain and produce a chain approx 3000 molecules arranged in a chain, that is known as cellulose. So, and it produces a fiber, a thread-like structure, just like you see in your cotton. Okay, so that is cellulose. So it is fungal cellulose and chitin. Similarly, cell wall of algae, cellulose, made up of algal cellulose, some amount of magnesium, some amount of calcium, some amount of phosphorus in some, and most important thing is that is the alginic acid. Most important thing is alginic acid, which is later on used to produce agar. Agar. And in today's world, your all things which you purchase from market contain agar, either cosmetic like lipstick, nail polish, face powder, talcum powder, and your jellies, jams, your ice cream, all which is going to be thick from a liquid, it contain agar. Okay, so algae cell wall like from glaciaria, giladium, agar is obtained for commercial purpose, which is made up of alginic acid and it is cell wall. Next is your plant. So if we think about plant, the plant have mostly have two type of cell wall and some have three type. So what is first one, two, three? That is primary cell wall. Second is secondary cell wall. Third is tertiary cell wall. So what is primary, tertiary and secondary? Let us discuss it one by one. This is the structure of cell wall, and if we can do it completely black, for example, this structure is known as middle lamella, and in this is, and around this another is this. This is the middle lamella, and this is primary cell wall. This is primary cell wall of another cell. If we draw a diagram for this, is a one plant cell, and this is another plant cell. So we can draw a diagram from that point. This point here we drawing a diagram. So this is cell 1 and this is cell 2. So this side is cell 1 and this side is cell 2. Okay. So this is the primary cell wall of both 1 and 2. Now as the cell get old, it start depositing some carbohydrate around it, and this carbohydrate layer is produced inside the primary cell wall. So this is the secondary cell wall, and this is the secondary cell wall. And sometime a third layer is also produced around this secondary cell wall, that is known as the tertiary cell wall. This is known as the tertiary cell wall. Okay, so this is tertiary. The red one is tertiary here. Okay, I think you can understand easily now the position. So that is the primary. Here a layer is deposited, that is secondary. Similarly here inside this whole cell a layer is deposited, that is secondary. So secondary always decrease the lumen of cell like this inside the lumen of cell. And now in some case, if a tertiary cell wall is also generated here like this, so it also decrease the lumen very much. Or one thing So these are the layers, primary, secondary, and tertiary. This is the cell 2, this is the cell 1. So I'll now discuss about the which material is present in primary cell wall. So the primary cell wall is made up of cellulose, okay, comma hemicellulose. Hemicellulose, if the 3,000 molecules are not completed in a chain, 3,000 molecule of glucose is not completed in a chain, then it will remain about 250, 100, मतलब 25 approx 2,500. So then it is known as hemicellulose. And the third is the pectin. Okay, this pectin is present in the act as a glue, chip चिपकाने का काम रहेगा. And cellulose are the fibers like this. Hemicellulose is also a fiber which are present in between them. And the third one behave as an uh, glue over them, so fix them in right way. That is the primary cell wall. In secondary cell wall, lignin is produced. In second cell wall, it is lignin, or if it mostly in conducting tissues, mostly in conducting tissues like xylem, most importantly in xylem. So as the lignin is start depositing inside this cell, second as a secondary cell wall, so the it is a dead matter which does not allow anything to come inside and outside, and cell deprived from the energy and cell will get die. So it produce dead cells. It produce dead cells. So mm, if if lignin start depositing inside this, the entry of many glucose, transportation of this cell is very much reduced, no energy is produced, lumen start to decrease, and cell become dead. Okay, so it just behave as an pipe. Okay, right? Now the third one is the tertiary cell wall. Okay, or we here secondary, first secondary. In endodermis, the layer present around the xylem tissues, or we can say around the conducting tissues, is endodermis, whose deposition is suberin. Suberin, a lipid. Okay, or if we see in the leaf cell, the deposition is of another type of lipid, that is the cuticle, which reduce the water as they control the transportation of water. And tertiary cell wall is very rare, and if it is found, it may be either of lignin or any other polysaccharide. Okay, so these are the cell wall. Now let us discuss about the this middle lamella. This middle lamella is made up of calcium pectate, which contain calcium and magnesium. And as you easily saw that This is the primary cell wall, this is the another primary cell wall, and it make an attachment of both the cell wall. Primary cell walls are attached to each other with the help of this middle lamella, that is calcium and magnesium, calcium pectate. Okay, so it act as an glue to bind the two cell walls together. So thank you so much. I hope you understand it easily. It is not too much hard topic. Thank you. Love you. Take care and kindly watch the full video. It is